capacitors and a way that they can be used in real life instead of just doing math in class. What we have here is a 12 volt, 75 amp power supply and a 14 volt capacitor, a light and a voltmeter. The way everything's hooked up is voltmeter hooked up to the top of the capacitor so you can see the voltage going into the cap, and the cap also has its own voltmeter on it that shows you the voltage of the cap. And you'll notice there's a difference between the two because the cap is right now, the power to light these LEDs isn't being taken from our power source, it's being taken from our cap. Now, when you have a cap this big, it's often used in cars and machines and things like that as a power supply for when you have a large current draw. So that current draw doesn't come off your main power supply, it comes off your cap. We also have here is a little light. We can hook him up and get him to light up. Okay? Now, you'll notice we have a dip on the cap, but our source is kind of still the same. Now, if I disconnect the main power from the cap, the power drop isn't instantaneous. The capacitor is designed to store power. So when I disconnect this like this, it's no longer connected to power. Now you see that our voltage is starting to drop. Okay? What's going to happen is we're going to hit a point where it's not going to be strong enough to keep the LEDs on, and then it's going to drop. Alright, enough power has dropped that our lights and our monitor on the cap have gone out, but our voltage is still dropping here. We still have enough power to keep our light on, running at a little over 5 volts, and our light is still on. This power is only coming from the capacitor, and it's been about a minute since we've unplugged our power source, but we still have enough power in this to run something. So in a practical application, you would see this someplace where a large current draw would happen. So our power source would have enough power to recharge the cap, while the power that was needed would be drained from the cap instead. If you hook it back up to the supply, everything right back on, just the way it was before. And that